Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor or licensed investment professional. Nothing here should be taken as financial advice. These are my own investment decisions and I can be wrong. Crypto is risky and you can lose some or all of your money. Always do your own research before investing. Let's see what's going on with Aster. Aster reached a high of around $2.40. Then, over roughly 5 months, the price dropped all the way down to around 63 cents. But what I find really interesting is what happened after that. Since February 2026, Aster has basically been stuck around this $0.63 area. And as of today, August 20th, the price is still moving around the same level. That's pretty unusual for a cryptocurrency. At the same time, we've seen other cryptocurrencies continue to drop while Aster has somehow managed to hold its ground. For me, that's interesting. It makes me ask one question. Where is this strength coming from? Welcome back to TheAbrahamCryptoLand, crypto risk management and long-term investing. If we look at the chart, Aster is currently down around 70% from its all-time high. For some people, that looks like bad news. For me, it's simply part of investing in crypto. I know that big drops can happen, especially when you are investing for the long term. And when prices are low, I see it as a possible opportunity to accumulate. But let's be honest, I don't know if Aster will survive. Nobody knows. I'm simply taking the view that Aster has a chance to perform well over the long term, maybe by 2029. I'm hoping it can eventually follow a path similar to BNB. Of course, that's just my expectation, not a guarantee. Now let's look at the chart again. If Aster went from around 60 cents back to $2.41, that would be roughly a 302% increase, almost 4 times. Before we go further, I also want to mention that I have 2 Aster playlists on the channel: Aster Crypto Investment Journal and Aster Crypto Investment Strategy Complete Journey. If you want to follow my Aster journey from the beginning, you can find all the videos there. At the moment, I have more than 24 videos about Aster. Let's look at a simple $100 example. Imagine you put $100 into Aster when the price was $2.41. If the price dropped to 63 cents, your $100 would be worth only about $26. That hurts. But now imagine Aster survives and eventually goes back to $2.41. If you bought around 60 cents, your $100 could become roughly $402. That's almost 4 times your money, or around 302% profit. So there's a huge difference between the two outcomes. And that's what I like about looking at both sides of the story. Crypto can give you a lot of upside, but you also have to be prepared for big losses. Now let's talk about what I'm actually doing. On the chart, I've marked my next profit-taking levels at 72 cents and 76 cents. I've also marked my next potential buying levels at 55 cents, 47 cents, and 42 cents. I'm not putting a huge part of my portfolio into Aster. According to my strategy, Aster represents only 5% of my total capital. And when I take profits, I don't simply put everything back into the market. I divide the profit into 3 funds: Reinvestment Fund, Personal Income Fund, and Opportunity Fund. This is how I'm trying to manage my money and stay disciplined instead of making emotional decisions. If you want to follow my real crypto investment journey, including my buys, profit taking, risk management, and portfolio updates, consider subscribing to the Abraham CryptoLand. I'll keep documenting what I do, whether it works or not.